2 weeks ago, I started something I never thought I would do. And you can do it too. And it's actually really simple. It's a gratitude idea. So, what happened is maybe 2 weeks ago, I thought, I need to do something different in my life. I need to change it. I need to, well, that's actually when the idea of the YouTube channel came along as well. Stagnation. I didn't want to feel stuck anymore. I wanted to try something new and different. And I've been stressed about money. So, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Well, you turn to, I don't know if you'd call it woo woo stuff or alternative ideas, but I decided to start a gratitude practice. And so I researched a bit of that while I was researching how to start a YouTube channel. And lo and behold, every single thing that I read about or watched a video about said, go get yourself a journal and just write. And I didn't want to. Somebody else might see it, and that's not me. That's not who I am. So I simplified things. And this channel is called The Long Way Around. And usually I take the long circuit. I do everything the hard way. And as I'm reaching my 50th year here, I thought, I need to turn over a new leaf. Something different, because obviously what I've been doing hasn't been working. So what I'm going to do is every night before bed, well, before I fall asleep, I guess, I brush my teeth and I do all that stuff and I crawl into bed and I get sure my pillow's comfy and the blankets are pulled up tight and it's super dark. And then I think about the day and I try to find 3 things that I'm grateful for the day. Now, at first, this felt, well, weird because I'd never done it before. And I wasn't going to journal. Somebody else might see it, like I said. And thinking calms you down at night, I find at least. So, because of the stress and the overthinking and not wanting to write it, going to bed, being quiet, shutting yourself down for the day, that's what I decided to do. And I've been doing it for a little over 2 weeks. And yeah, it was weird, but it was actually really helpful. So what I noticed after 2 weeks is that I would fall asleep faster. The wake up intervals, I guess, in the middle of the night were less, and I actually woke up feeling refreshed, not untired because I'm always tired, and I've never slept well for as far back as I can remember. But I did notice that the sleeps were better, the wake ups were less, and the falling asleep was a little bit faster. Now, this may have coincided, of course, with the time change, the jump ahead that we just had for this spring. Maybe not. Maybe it's because I've been doing this gratitude practice. So it's simple. All you have to do is think of 3 things. They don't have to be huge. For example, last night before bed, I thought, well, what are 3 good things that happened today? And they don't have to be 3 things. You could have 1 thing. You could have 10. It depends. I chose 3 because that seems like a nice number. It's less than 4 or 5, and it's not too hard. So you can do it pretty easily. So the other night, I thought, you know what? Oh, just a little bit of background information. I'm a mailman, so I'm out there walking 20 to 30,000 steps a day, going up to people's mailboxes and putting it in. I don't have a mobile route, a truck route. So I'm walking, I'm pounding the pavement, walking all day long in all kinds of weather. So I have one customer on my route, and she's an 87-year-old lady, kind of a shut-in. She doesn't get out much, but she always stops to have her conversation. And yesterday's conversation was really nice. It was just nothing spectacular or special about it, but it was just a really nice conversation. And it made her day, and it made my work day a little bit better. So that was one thing. And it was a rough day. Up here in northern Ontario, the snowstorm. We're in mid March actually, and the highways are closed and everything is a disaster. It's disgusting around here, and I barely made it through the day because of the wind, the slippery ice conditions underneath the freshly fallen snow. The sheer amount of mail was overwhelming because sometimes it's just you can't carry it all almost. And I made it through. I'm not sure how, but I did. So I was grateful for that. And then when I got back to work, somebody, one of my coworkers, had gone ahead and prepped my flyers for the next day. So if you don't know, as a mailman, you sort your mail in the morning, then you put it in bags and you send it out. And then you go along and you deliver all that stuff. And then you come back and you prep your flyers for the next day. And I happen to have 4 sets of flyers. So you have to collate 4 sets of flyers to put it together so that you can send it out with your mail the next day. And that was going to take about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes after walking 30,000 steps. But somebody had come back early, hadn't finished her full shift because of what do you call it? Modified working conditions. She can only do part of her route because of an injury. So she had gone ahead and collated my flyers and a few others as well. But that saved me about 45 minutes. And that was the most amazing thing. Just a small act of kindness that I wasn't expecting and that I was actually dreading doing when I got back. And I got to go home and I had a bath at 4 in the afternoon because I was wiped out and tired. I almost fell asleep in the tub actually. I didn't, but wiped out. My ankle was sore, but I had a good conversation. I did make it through the day and somebody had helped me. So 3 things that I was grateful for. So I invite you out there in YouTube land, try it. Tonight before you fall asleep, just try 3 things that you're grateful for. 3 good things from your day. And that's it. And this doesn't have to take you more than a minute or 2 while you're falling asleep. But if it doesn't improve your sleep, if it doesn't help you stay asleep longer, or just make you feel a little bit better, because in the gratitude practice that I had researched, it said that acknowledging good things produces dopamine and serotonin. And those 2 chemicals in your brain promotes well-being and life satisfaction. And I think that's something that we can all use a little bit more of. So that's just something that's been going along here that I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. And give it a try if you like. Also, if you'd like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, something like that. Share it with one of your friends. I'd appreciate it. But until next time, have a great day and we'll talk to you in the next video.